Good evening, Flashaholics. This is Terry White's Budget Light Forums, as well as my own YouTube channel. Not just Budget Light Forums, but I do love hanging out with those guys. They teach me a lot. I've actually got 2 lights to go through tonight, so I'm gonna rush just a little. And I don't know if you guys know it or not, but Photo Bucket is we're having a little problem with Photo Bucket. I'm not gonna go into it, but I'm gonna try to do as much on video as I can. First light I'm going to do, and I'm going to do these in separate videos. This is the new Nitecore TIP 2017 version, which means any issues or whatever that people went through over the holidays, those should be well taken care of and done. At least I haven't found any at all. None whatsoever. You can see the small box it comes in, 500 milliamp battery, 360 lumen total output. I can tell you from my own test, it does go a bit higher than that. Not a great deal, but it does go higher, and higher is always good. The back of the box gives you a basic rundown of everything you need to know. It's a full metal keychain. I requested mine in gray. By the way, Banggood provided this for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to gift it or not. Normally I do gift my lights afterwards. I'll make a decision, see what, still got a little ways to go. I'm way behind. 500 milliamp battery provides runtime 46 hours. That has to be on its lowest setting. I have not verified that. There's no way on turbo or high or even medium that it could do that. Because this thing puts out quite a bit of light for its size. Unlike last year's model, also this one comes with what they call a utility clip, and I'll show you that in just a minute as soon as I take it out of the box. It has a daily, it's called daily on and constant, daily and constant on modes are available. I'll go through those shortly. It has a dual switch design. It has a power on and off switch, a basic power switch, and it has a mode switch. Those are used in many different ways, but it's very simple. 4 brightness levels. That would be low, medium, high, and turbo. So let's pull it out of the box here real quick. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm really not set up. I'm set up to do musical videos. I have a great camera. Its main asset is sound. It takes good high definition video and incredible sound. For this, it just really wouldn't work because I can't move the camera, I can't zoom, I can't do anything. Here's what you get in the box. You get Nitecore's warranty card. You get, of course, instructions, and you get all these. And some of you guys, you'll have to add to my post because I really don't know. I didn't get one over Christmas. And I wanted to, I just ran out of time. This thing comes with a lot of little different types of keychains and key rings that you can use it, attach it to your keys. I don't think I will, but yeah, I mean you could easily. I did just to find out, how it felt, and it was, no different than having any other keychain. Bracket weighs almost nothing. The light itself, it's very simple. Just very carefully pop it right out of there. Nothing to it. Now, that clip I told you about, this is it right here. Almost looks like a belt clip, doesn't it? Now you can clip that to a thin pocket, a shirt pocket, different things like that. I don't think I try to clip it to a belt. It's not the most sturdy thing in the world. It's strong enough to do what it's supposed to do, but it's not going to hold up indefinitely. I'm going to tell you something else. The way it comes just like you see it now, which if you put that on, that would be lens up. I do not like that. I've never liked that. And they do that to cover the USB port. I'll get to that momentarily too. So I'm going to pop that off. I'm doing all this one-handed. I don't have a camera person. I'm going to pop that off. And I'm going to slide that up the other end in the opposite direction, because that's, if I'm going to, and I actually do like having it on there. It also helps to protect the casing of the light itself. I prefer mine if I am going to put it in a pocket or anything, I want mine lens down. I always want it lens down. Look at this, I'm making a mess here trying to do this, but watch me do it one-handed anyway, and I've only had this light a day. FedEx Smart Post made a mess out of getting this to me. Banggood had nothing to do with it whatsoever. In fact, no one in China Post, no one had anything to do with it. It was all FedEx Smart Post. I want to also give a shout out to my local post office and thank them for finding these packages for me. Now, you guys can't tell, I have really large hands, okay? I play the guitar, I've been playing guitar most of my life. I have really large hands, so it kind of makes it difficult for you to see just how small this light is. And here are the light switches. The bottom one is the power. The top one, of course, is the modes. Let me see, I'm going to look around just a moment here. I tell you what, here's a key, a very small key. In fact, this key fits a building out behind my house. The little L-shaped latches. You see how small that key is. That's nowhere near the size of a normal key. That orange one there, that's a door key. That's my car key, and the rest are toolbox keys. So you see that's a pretty small key. Now I want you to get a good look at that light in comparison to that key. And I'm going to be honest with you, that light doesn't weigh much more than that key. I do have a scale that would weigh it, but I don't have the time to get it out and actually do that. I'm curious about the weight in comparison to the key. I had no idea. Look, I tell you what, look at my wedding band. My wedding band. I wear a 9.5 in a wedding band, and I mean, you see how that's just. I'm digging this light so much. I can keep it in my pocket. I don't even know what's in there. Real briefly, I'm going to go through. I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front. You know, when I did my lumen testing, and I always do that and try to get that out of the way first. It didn't really have any problems at all. I tested it twice. The first time it hit 322 looms. I think that was because I had the photo sensor not exactly level, so I adjusted my photo sensor for my meter. I was using the tube, integrating tube. It works better, seems all around me. And my second reading, I got 360, actually 364.64. You round it up, 365 looms. That 3 times I got between 362 and 365, so I'm going to call it 360, 365. So it easily hits what it's supposed to. Now, to play with it, have fun with it. It comes partially charged. All you got to do, micro USB right there. Plug that in. By the way, the directions. I know this is just a typo. The directions do say it doesn't come with the part you need. It doesn't come with this part right here, the part that plugs into your wall. In fact, it doesn't come with a USB cable at all, but it doesn't come with, certainly. The directions actually tell you to plug the micro USB in here and plug the other end directly into the wall. Please don't do that. Plug the standard USB into something similar to this, or a charging port, USB port on your computer or something. Do it that way. I know that's just a typo. I will send an email out and hopefully they'll get that corrected, because we all know somebody will try it. Plug-in takes it, I think the longest it took to charge was about 40 minutes. And it was flashing red, so I know it was ready to go. Very basic, very simple. One click, power on, that's low. You can't tell. I'll do night shots and beam shots later. Right now it's raining, so I can't. That's low. Now if I want to cycle through mode, that's low. One click on mode, that goes to medium. One more click, that goes to high. Now you can't tell in here how bright that is. Click it one more time, it goes back down to low. Medium, high. Low, medium, high. Now, while that's on, it can be in low, medium, high. It doesn't matter what it's in. If I want to go to turbo, all I got to do is press and hold that mode button. Press and hold that mode button for about half a second, it goes to turbo. When I take my finger off of it, it goes right back to the level it was at I left it. If I turn it off right now, I turned it off in low. Yeah, I turned it off in low. So if I turn it back, use the power button, turn it back on, it's going to come right back on in low. I mean, it's the same memory system we're all, accustomed to. Now, it does something else that you heard me mention earlier. The modes, constant and I'm trying to remember how they word it. Daily and constant. Okay, what daily means, and by default it will come in daily. Let me put it back in daily now. Hang on. Alright, that's daily. What that means is if I turn it on in 30 seconds, and I hate to waste video footage for this, in 30 seconds it'll turn itself off. Doesn't matter what mode it's in, doesn't matter what brightness you have it at, it'll, provided I didn't just goof up, because I'm really hurrying through this, but in 30 seconds it'll shut itself off. The opposite of that is constant mode, and see, it went off. It's constant on mode. The way you change this is you press and hold both these buttons at once. If I can do it one-handed, you guys can do it two-handed. Press and hold them both together at the same time. If the LED flashes once, that means it's in daily mode. That means if you turn it on, it will turn itself off in 30 seconds. Press and hold both, flashes twice, that means it's in constant mode. It won't turn itself off now until you turn it off. Well, it won't turn itself off, period, unless the battery goes dead. I like leaving it there. I don't like anything turn itself off unless I want it to. It's just a cool feature, if you like it, and that's something you know, a lot of people, they can work with that. I'd rather leave it in constant all the time. That way, when I turn it on, and I found out this low is, actually, it can go lower than that. That's not its lowest. I don't think, let me double check. I was thinking it went one level lower, but I may be wrong. That may be my other light. I told you. Got two lights doing here at one time, and anyway, that brings me to the next thing. You can access its lowest mode or turbo anytime you want to, anytime at all. You have 4 brightness levels altogether. You have, I was wrong, it doesn't have a moonlight. You've got low, medium, high, and turbo. That's low, like I told you before. Hit the mode button, that's medium. One more time, that's high. Now if I want turbo, I told you before, all I gotta do is press and hold that mode button, and boom. As soon as I release it, it goes right back away. Press it again, boom. I'm gonna cycle it back down to low. I like to conserve the battery on it. Now, if I want to come on in turbo, it's totally off. Take it out of my pocket, something's wrong. The mode button, press and hold it. It comes on in turbo. Let it go, it goes off. It takes like half a second. Press it, hold it, half a second, that's turbo. As soon as I release it, it goes off. It will do that whether the light's on or not, regardless of where it's set. I can put it medium, still do the same thing. Press and hold that mode button. As soon as I release it, it goes right back to medium. Okay. Now, if I want to turn it on and it's access the lowest level from totally off, press and hold the power button. Well, it's making a fool out of it. There it is. I didn't press it right. And then you can either cycle through from there, or you can just turn it back off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cycle through the high. Remember I told you it has a memory function. Turn it back on, it's on high. But if I press and hold the power button, it won't come on in high, it'll come on in low. I can even go from there if I need the extra light, press and hold the mode button and it'll go to turbo. Take my finger off, it'll go right back to the low where it was. Hit the power button, turn it off. Hit the power button, turn it back on, it remembers where it was. I love this little light. It's a 500 milliamp battery. I haven't tested to see how long you'll get out of it. I just get a major kick out of playing with it. It's just fun. And it's cool to keep in your pocket. I found myself using this light more than any light I've owned to date because it's so cool and so convenient and so tiny. I mean, that's a standard USB charger for a Samsung Galaxy phone, and it dwarfs that light. I mean, I love this thing. That's really about all I can show you as far as unpacking it, what you get, you know, what comes in the box and that kind of stuff. The fun stuff will be if the rain stops and I get to continue this video. I've got some new video editing software. Who knows, maybe I'll be some fancy schmancy producer one day and make a whole lot of money making videos. Yeah, right. But if my luck, so I say my luck holds out, but it never does. If my luck runs well, I can stop this video here and I can begin the next one. There will be some you know, wording on the BLF light form. Can't leave it unworded at all. But if the rain stops as soon as it gets dark, I can show you what this thing looks like in really, really dark areas. And 360 looms is a lot more than you think it is when it's totally dark. This thing's cool and way, 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 in my opinion, better than what it had last year. As far as I know, there are no parasitic drain problems at all. If any of you guys know of or find out any different, please let me know, but that I'm aware of, those were corrected. That's why they're calling it the 2017 model. That and this cool little clip. I shall return.